In this video, I want to give you a brief walkthrough on looking at a knowledge path of a student. So we have a class, we have an assignment. So in this particular class, we have a total of 10 students. We have one who has achieved expert status on one of the nodes, and we also have someone who has achieved competency. So see how these are listed down below: locked, available, beginner, improving, competent, expert, and master. One of the things you'll see is there are no locks on any part of this map. That's not always going to be the case with all of the assignments that you see. This is a sample, an example node, so this may not be the same. What you will often experience is students will take what is called determined knowledge. And in that, you will find students may have pre-existing knowledge on some of the course material, and they may score at competency levels that are at expert or mastery. And that will prevent them from having to go back and relearn material that they already know. That's one of the powers of KnowledgePath, to be able to deliver material that they need, not information that they already know. So we see a lot of information in here. We have a map, we have a student who has started, but what have we really learned? So we can click on the student names and see that there are locks because this student hasn't actually participated, along with many others. So you're looking, waiting to try to find that one student who has done the work. Okay, so I know actually it was this student. So she went in and she was able, based on her level of competency, to be able to open up new aspects of this assignment. But yet there are still locks. So that's one thing to notice. We had to kind of drill down deeper. We had to look at the student. So what you see at a section level will be different than what you see at a student level. So if you have a student that says, I don't know why I can't get to Introduction to Lipids, well, there are prerequisites that need to be satisfied and met before that will unlock. And that involves a level of competency. So I think that that's a little brief detail on the learning map. So let's take a look and go a little deeper into the details. So now we see that students haven't started, students haven't done determined knowledge, and we have a student who's working on it. And within that, one of her nodes she's expert in. And she's done a few completed activities in her progress. So this is things that you'll see. So you'll see that people haven't done determined knowledge. You'll see that people have. One of the things that you can do is pair people. So you can actually say, well, you know, this one student is actually doing better than everyone else based on her knowledge state. Maybe I want to pair a less performing student with her. So how do you do that? You click on the pairing and then you choose the person. So for this individual, I might pick, this happens to be me. So now this student will get a message saying that they've been paired with this student. This helps the lower performing student work with a higher performing student and allows them to catch up, see if they can work together to get through this material, find out where some of the assistance might be needed. In your course, you will find some pedagogical information on this in your discussion question. So I encourage you to read that on understanding why you would want to pair high performing students with lower performing students. So I encourage you to read that for your understanding of why this methodology would work. So again, we now have more information where we have stated we have paired a few people. So this is all valuable analytics that we can look at as an instructor and see what has been done. We see how much progress has been done. We see a composite score. We know what level that their knowledge state is at. We also can see how much time has been spent. So in this particular assignment, it's estimated that there are 5 hours and 40 minutes on this assignment. This student has spent 1 minute. And that actually doesn't look right. It's probably 1 hour based on the fact that there's 4 hours and 40 minutes. But that's something to know. If you have a student who's low performing and has spent no time, the encouragement would be to say, hello, I see that you haven't participated. Please start that. Well, how do you do that? You can send a message right here. So she's logged in, but she hasn't tried any learning. So let's send a message. And just like any other message, you can send it. Hi, I see you need to start this material. Obviously, you would write something different, but you would put the message in, you have it set up to wanting a response, and you can send it. So now you have made a deliberate intervention in a student's potential outcomes based on looking at what you see within KnowledgePath. And that was on the Details tab. And let's look finally at Analytics, and there are grader drop-downs showing progress, time, student knowledge by activity, and there is a great deal of information on this. Intervention that may be needed, specific problems, items with high success, and incomplete activities. So we have further details in the instructions in this course, but I just wanted to kind of give you a walkthrough so you could see how you look at this from an instructor perspective, how you pair students with others, how you provide an intervention by contacting a student who may not be performing, and how you look at either the analytics, the details, or the learning map of the students in your section. I hope this helps.